What is the best, most hype arcs in all of anime? That's right, the tournament arc. The arc where you get to see characters grow through a series of hype-ass fights. The arc where characters get to show off the special attacks that they've been working on. The arc where you get to see characters fight incredibly strong opponents and find a way to surpass their limits and come out on top. Now what if I told you that there's an anime where not just one arc is a tournament arc, but the entire series itself is a tournament arc? Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the God of High School. God of High School follows Jin Mori, who's been invited to compete in an all-style martial arts tournament for high schoolers from all over Korea. And if you win the tournament, you can have any wish granted. You've probably already guessed this, but the name of the tournament is God of High School, and that's all this anime is about. It's just entirely a tournament arc, basically. And that sounds awesome on paper. You take one of the most enjoyable and entertaining anime arcs and make an anime about it. So in theory, I should love this anime because I love tournament arcs. But I don't love this anime. First off, the biggest problem for me was the characters, because none of the characters are interesting and the way that they set them up makes it hard for you to even care about any of them. So you got the main character, Jin Mori, who's basically a copy and paste of Goku from Dragon Ball. He's super nice and goofy, but if you mess with his friends, he gets really pissed off, which I guess is like most shonen protagonists out there. So I guess it's not just like Goku, but still. He also loves to fight, and the only reason he really wants to compete in the tournament is because he just wants to fight stronger opponents, which is exactly like Goku. He even has the same hairstyle as him. Like, I mean, it's very similar. I posted a picture of Jin Mori and Goku side by side on Twitter, and they just look almost exactly the same. I'll put the picture on screen if you want to see what I tweeted and how they look very similar. As far as the other characters go, you have Mira and Day, who Jin Mori becomes friends with in the first episode, and these characters are okay. Day, basically his entire character is that he has a sick friend and he's trying to compete in the tournament to save his sick friend, and it's just like, that feels like that's all it is to his character. It's like you're supposed to care about him just because he has a sick friend and he needs to win the tournament for his friend, and I just found him really boring and I really didn't like him. And then Mira basically just wants to find a successor for her sword style, or her father's sword style that was taught to her because her father died, and that basically feels like that's her entire character. And because of this, it leads to a really stupid episode, which is episode 4. What happens in episode 4 I'm not going to spoil, but I don't feel like it really needed to be in it, but that episode kind of bothered me. It doesn't really make sense, and overall the characters are really boring and really hard to care about. Now there is something that this anime does do really well, and that's the fight scenes. They're animated really well and are really exciting to watch, and I think that they're really enjoyable. Also, before I recorded this video, I watched, it's kind of like a little documentary that Crunchyroll did that shows the behind the scenes of making The God of High School, and they get to talk with the original creator of the show, and I thought that was really cool. It made me respect the animation a lot more, and I'd recommend checking that video out. I'll leave links in the description to the YouTube video. I just thought that was a really cool video to watch, and I genuinely really like the animation and fights. I think that they really nailed it with that. Like, I think that the fights are awesome, and I feel like they could have done a lot better. If they made better characters, then I feel like it would have been a lot more fun to watch. Overall, God of High School has some great fights and really good animation, but other than that, there isn't really much else that I liked about this show. The characters are boring and not interesting. The story, it's not the best story. It's okay. I feel like they could have made the story a little bit better if maybe they eased into the tournament and didn't just go right in it. The reason why like tournament arcs work so well in other anime, like let's take Yu Yu Hakusho for example. I know that's probably not a fair comparison. That has my favorite tournament arc in all of anime. The reason it works so well is because you have, I forgot how many episodes, it might be 30 or something episodes of building the characters and making you care about them, and then they get into a tournament, and then it makes it a lot better and makes you want to see these characters win and fight. But with an anime just about a tournament arc, they can't really do that. because they're trying to grow the characters through the tournament, which I feel like doesn't really work, because most anime, the tournament arcs work so well because you had time to care about the characters or like find out more about them. And I feel like if we had more time with them, it might have made it better. I know the original webtoon, I think, is longer. They had to decide certain things to cut because it's an anime and they couldn't make it as long. But I feel like that could have made it better if they built these characters up before putting them in the tournament. So I'm gonna give God of High School a C+. So if you want to see an anime with cool fight scenes, then maybe check this one out. I'm hesitant to suggest watching this for someone who just wants to see fighting in anime because their characters kind of suck. Here's another shonen example, or another anime that does fight scenes and characters really well, is Naruto and also My Hero Academia. Those both have interesting characters and the fights are really good, so I'd recommend something like that over this. But having said that, I do still think that the animation is really good in this anime, and I think that they did a fantastic job on animating the fight scenes. And again, in that video, it showed a lot of the behind the scenes, and that was really cool to see, so I'll link that in the description again. Hope that you guys enjoyed the review. If you want to talk to me or anyone else about this anime or any other anime, feel free to join my Discord server. Pretty much everyone in there likes anime, and yeah, if you want to join, we can talk about this anime or any other anime. The link is in the description. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share the video around if you enjoyed it. It all helps support the channel a lot. I really appreciate all of you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.